46. When a country is in harmony with the Tao, the factories make trucks and tractors. When a country goes counter to the Tao, warheads are stockpiled outside the cities. There is no greater illusion than fear, no greater wrong than preparing to defend yourself, no greater misfortune than having an enemy. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. "47. Without opening your door, you can open your heart to the world. Without looking out your window, you can see the essence of the Tao. The more you know, the less you understand. The master arrives without leaving, sees the light without looking, achieves without doing a thing. 48. In the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped.
I will have to reconsider.
Less and less do you need to force things, until finally you arrive at non-action. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. True mastery can be gained by letting things go their own way. It can't be gained by interfering. 49. The master has no mind of her own. She works with the mind of the people. She is good to people who are good. She is also good to people who aren't good. This is true goodness. She trusts people who are trustworthy. She also trusts people who aren't trustworthy. This is true trust. The master's mind is like space. People don't understand her. They look to her and wait. She treats them like her own children. 50. The master gives himself up to whatever the moment brings. He knows that he is going to die, and he has nothing left to hold on to. No illusions in his mind, no resistances in his body. He doesn't think about his actions. They flow from the core of his being. He holds nothing back from life. Therefore, he is ready for death, as a man is ready for sleep after a good day's work. 51. Every being in the universe is an expression of the Tao. It springs into existence, unconscious, perfect, free, takes on a physical body, lets circumstances complete it. That is why every being spontaneously honors the Tao. The Tao gives birth to all beings, nourishes them, maintains them, cares for them, comforts them, protects them, takes them back to itself, creating without possessing, acting without expecting, guiding without interfering. That is why love of the Tao is in the very nature of things.
Illinois, at the Board of Elections, we are ready to cast our petitions to be on the March 17, 2026 ballot. This is our statement of candidacy below there. There's 1,670 signatures on 167 petitions. This is my mom, Jean Kitover, who flew in to help me cast this petitions to unseat and defeat Darren Lewis. Let's go inside and we'll show you what it's like.
To find the origin, trace back the manifestations. When you recognize the children and find the mother, you will be free of sorrow.
In the 16th district, we just hole punched all of our petitions.
If you close your mind in judgment and traffic with desires,
Find some type of metal ring.
your heart will be troubled.
We just finished notarizing.
If you keep your mind from judging
we made it to
and aren't led by the senses,
67.
your heart will find peace.
1670. This is Canada John. We're here at Staples.
Seeing into darkness is clarity.
Quite an experience. We're finally finished, ready to bind. And I'll be posting
Knowing how to yield
John Kitover.
is
If you want
strength.
to join the campaign, go to John for Congress for the 4.
Use your own light and return to the source of light. This is called practicing eternity. 53. The great way is easy, yet people prefer the side paths. Be aware when things are out of balance. Stay centered within the Tao. When rich speculators prosper, while farmers lose their land, when government officials spend money on weapons instead of cures, when the upper class is extravagant and irresponsible, while the poor have nowhere to turn, all this is robbery and chaos. It is not in keeping with the Tao. 54. Whoever is planted in the Tao will not be rooted up. Whoever embraces the Tao
Oh, in Clown World.
will not slip away. Her name will be held in honor from generation to generation.
My nigga, the hood. The hood, my nigga.
In your life, and you will become genuine. Let it be present in your family, and your family will flourish. Let it be present in your country, and your country will be an example to all countries in the world.
At the bank that is handling the campaign,
Let it be present in the universe,
Parkway Bank. Can't thank enough.
and the universe will sing.
We're going for our petitions. We're about to drive down to Springfield, Illinois.
How do I know this is true?
To deposit all of our petitions as we run in the 16th
By
district
looking
to defeat
inside
and
myself.
unseat Darren LaHood. We're going doing an audit of our petitions.
55.
Oh my star.
He who is in harmony with the Tao is like a newborn child.
So this is
Its bones are soft. Its muscles are weak, but its grip is powerful. It doesn't know about the union of male and female, yet its penis can stand erect. So intense is its vital power. It can scream its head off all day, yet it never becomes hoarse.
Everybody, this is a product review for B
So
Computer
complete
and AI World.
is its harmony. The Master's power is like this. He lets all things come and go, effortlessly, without desire. He never expects results. Thus he is never disappointed. He is never disappointed. Thus, his spirit never grows old. 56. Those who know don't talk. Those who talk don't know. Close your mouth. Block off your senses. Blunt your sharpness. Untie your knots. Soften your glare. Settle your dust. This is the primal identity. Be like the Tao. It can't be approached or withdrawn from. Benefited or harmed. Honored
Congressman
or brought into disgrace.
Magic poetry to defeat
It gives itself up continually.
Darren LaHood, the COVID-19
That is why
vaccine
it
poison
endures.
pusher, the super borrower, super decorator, super spender.
57. If you want to be a great leader, you must learn to follow the Tao. Stop trying to control. Let go of fixed plans and concepts, and the world will govern itself. The more prohibitions you have, the less virtuous people will be. The more weapons you have, the less secure people will be. The more subsidies you have, the less self-reliant people will be. Therefore, the Master says,
This is candidate John Kitover.
I let go of the law,
We are here in Springfield at the
and
state
people
of
become
Illinois, the
honest.
Board of Elections. We are ready to cast our
I let
ballot,
go
our
of
petitions to be on the
economics,
March 17, 2026 ballot.
and people
This
become
is our statement of
prosperous.
candidacy below there. There's 170 signatures on
I let go of
167
religion,
petitions. This is my mom, Jean Kitover, who flew
and people
in to help me
become
cast these
serene.
petitions to unseat and defeat Darren
I
LaHood.
let go
Let's
of
go
all
inside and
desire
we'll show
for
you
the
what it's
common
like.
good,
Abraham
and the good becomes common as grass. 58. If a country is governed with tolerance, the people are comfortable and honest. If a country is governed with repression, the people are depressed and crafty. When the will to power is in charge, the higher the ideals, the lower the results. Try to make people happy, and you lay the groundwork for misery. Try to make people moral, and you lay the groundwork for vice. Thus the Master is content to serve as an example, and not to impose her
How to
will.
get the best connection.
Days after an alleged terror
She is
plot was
pointed,
ordered by the...
but doesn't pierce. Straightforward, but supple. Radiant, but easy on the eyes. 59. For governing a country well, there is nothing better than moderation. The mark of a moderate man is freedom from his own ideas. Tolerant like the sky, all-pervading like sunlight, firm like a mountain, supple like a tree in the wind. He has no destination in view, and makes use of anything life happens to bring his way.
Lower property taxes.
Nothing is impossible for him. Because he has let go, he can care for the people's welfare, as a mother cares for her child. $60.
Just lower property taxes by 50%. Stop
Governing
funding
a large
communist
country
teachers, idiot.
It's like frying a small fish.
Just lower
You spoil
property
it with
taxes.
too much poking. Center your country in the Tao, and evil will have no power. Not that it isn't there, but you'll be able to step out of its way. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. 61. When a country obtains great power, it becomes like the sea. All streams run downward into it. The more powerful it grows, the greater the need for humility. Humility means trusting the Tao, thus never needing to be defensive. A great nation is like a great man. He makes a mistake. He realizes it. Having realized it, he admits it. Having admitted it, he corrects it. He considers those who point out his faults as his most benevolent teachers. He thinks of his enemy as the shadow that he himself casts. If a nation is centered in the Tao, if it nourishes its own people and doesn't meddle in the affairs of others, it will be a light to all nations in the world. 62. The Tao is the center of the universe, the good man's treasure, the bad man's refuge.
Well,
Honors can be bought with fine words. Respect can be won with good deeds. But the Tao is beyond all value, and no one can achieve it.
Congressman John Kitover reading 3 minutes of
Thus, when a
poetry.
new leader is chosen, don't offer to help him with your wealth or your expertise. Offer instead to teach him about the Tao. Why did the ancient masters esteem the Tao? Because being one with the Tao, when you seek, you find. And when you make a mistake, you are forgiven. That is why everybody loves it. 63. Act without doing. Work without effort. Think of the small as large, and the few as many. Confront the difficult while it is still easy. Accomplish the great task by a series of small acts. The master never reaches for the great. Thus she achieves greatness. When she runs into a difficulty, she stops and gives herself to it. She doesn't cling to her own comfort. Thus, problems are no problem for her. 64. What is rooted is easy to nourish. What is recent is easy to correct. What is brittle
Projection.
is easy to break. What is small is easy to scatter. Prevent trouble before it arises. Put things in order before they exist. The giant pine tree grows from a tiny sprout. The journey of 1,000 miles starts from beneath your feet. Rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. Forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe. Therefore, the master takes action by letting things take their course. He remains as calm at the end as at the beginning. He has nothing, thus has nothing to lose. What he desires is non-desire. What he learns is to unlearn. He simply reminds people of who they have always been. He cares about nothing but the Tao. Thus, he can care for all things. 65. The ancient masters didn't try to educate the people, but kindly taught them to not know. When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. When they know that they don't know, people can find their own way. If you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich. The simplest pattern is the clearest. Content with an ordinary life, you can show all people the way back to their own true nature. "66. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. The master is above the people, and no one feels oppressed. She goes ahead of the people, and no one feels manipulated. The whole world is grateful to her, because she competes with no one. No one can compete with her. 67. Some say that my teaching is nonsense. Others call it lofty, but impractical. But to those who have looked inside themselves, this nonsense makes perfect sense. And to those who put it into practice, this loftiness has roots that go deep. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and in thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world. 68. The best athlete wants his opponent at his best. The best general enters the mind of his enemy. The best businessman serves the communal good. The best leader follows the will of the people. All of them embody the virtue of non-competition. Not that they don't love to compete, but they do it in the spirit of play. In this, they are like children, and in harmony with the Tao. 69. The generals have a saying: rather than make the first move, it is better to wait and see. Rather than advance an inch, it is better to retreat a yard. This is called going forward without advancing, pushing back without using weapons. There is no greater misfortune than underestimating your enemy. Underestimating your enemy means thinking that he is evil. Thus, you destroy your 3 treasures and become an enemy yourself. When 2 great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. 70. My teachings are easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Yet your intellect will never grasp them, and if you try to practice them, you'll fail. My teachings are older than the world. How can you grasp their meaning? If you want to know me, look inside your heart. 71. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First realize that you are sick. Then you can move toward health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing. Thus, she is truly whole. 72. When they lose their sense of awe, people turn to religion. When they no longer trust themselves, they begin to depend upon authority. Therefore, the master steps back so that people won't be confused. He teaches without a teaching, so that people will have nothing to learn. 73. The Tao is always at ease. It overcomes without competing, answers without speaking a word,
so bright I can see my future.
arrives without being summoned, accomplishes without a plan. Its net covers the whole universe, and though its meshes are wide, it doesn't let a thing slip through. 74. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you aren't afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't achieve. Trying to control the future is like trying to take the master carpenter's place. When you handle the master carpenter's tools, chances are that you'll cut your hand. 75. When taxes are too high, people go hungry.
Watch, say with self-portrait with words.
When the government is too...
Before we do that, do you mind me? Sorry, you know what question I'm going to ask. Do you mind me asking or not?
But make sure you rewind it before the part that...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I thought you had. I asked it a few times, but maybe my voice was drowned out. Is all your family Catholic as well, or is it just you?
No, just me.
Okay. Are they Christian?
Sort of. I mean, I guess my sister's converting now to Catholicism.
Y'all need to hurry up. I gotta go close
Alright,
the library. I literally have...
Yeah, no, let's see, say with self-portrait with
But make
words.
sure to rewind it to the beginning. Make sure to rewind it to the part that we're talking calmly, and he's just calling us like how we're defiling
Okay,
the...
well, hold on.
Let's play it.
Well, we'll see what happens in the video, Sam.
Sam, can you do this, my brother? Can you go to the room that just closed, that is now posted?
No, don't put it in Sam's hands. I don't
Why?
trust
It's
Sam.
not
No, but he'll start it somewhere that's...
Yeah. That's fair. Sam
No,
can
hell
say,
no.
Sam can sail it down the watch
You do it then, please.
Right.
It's not about having control over it. It's just about playing it when it's
No, I don't want
everyone calm down.
anything
Converse, can you do it? Converse, can you do it?
Yeah, I can do it.
Alright, so just wait for Converse, guys. Sure.
Alright, is it up yet?
Yeah.
It's up. Yeah, look, everyone's at like an 8 or 9 now. Can we just like take it down to like a 3 and just, we're all Christians and atheists.
Yeah.
You say you're using your outside voice. Could I get you guys to use your inside?
Exactly.
Separate your kids.
Take your shoes off at the door as well, please.
Welcome, Sister Michaela.
That's racist gift for people.
This game. We're trying to.
No, it was intentional.
We're trying.
Keep it uncomfortable.
Godly virtues and character traits here. So it's good to have you, Michaela. Welcome to Jesus' King Room.
Oh my God, that doesn't have any socks on.
You too, Mr. Kitover.
What is the word? How do you define king, and what does the word Jesus mean to you?
And welcome, Brother Justin. Good to have you, sir. Amity, all I can say is there.
Graphene oxide and synthetic melanin. So this is the way
People lose their spirit. Act for the people's benefit. Trust them. Leave them alone. 76. Men are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard.
This is called Randy for
Plants are born
Dickerson.
tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. 77. As it acts in the world, the Tao is like the bending of a bow. The top is bent downward. The bottom is bent up. And give to those who have far too much. The master can keep giving because there is no end to her wealth. She acts without expectation, succeeds without taking credit, and doesn't think that she is better than anyone else. 78. Nothing in the world is as soft and yielding as water. Yet for dissolving the hard and inflexible, nothing can surpass it. The soft overcomes the hard. The gentle overcomes the rigid. Everyone knows this is true, but few can put it into practice. Therefore, the master remains serene in the midst of sorrow. Evil cannot enter his heart, because he has given up helping. He is people's greatest help. True words seem paradoxical. 79. Failure is an opportunity. If you blame someone else, there is no end to the blame. Therefore, the master fulfills her own obligations and corrects her own mistakes. She does what she needs to do and demands nothing of others. 80. If a country is governed wisely, its inhabitants will be content. They enjoy the labor of their hands and don't waste time inventing labor-saving machines. Since they dearly love their homes, they aren't interested in travel. There may be a few wagons and boats, but these don't go anywhere. There may be an arsenal of weapons, but nobody ever uses them. People enjoy their food, take pleasure in being with their families, spend weekends working in their gardens, delight in the doings of the neighborhood. And even though the next country is so close that people can hear its roosters crowing and its dogs barking, they are content to die of old age without ever having gone to see it. 81. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise. The master has no possessions. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is. The Tao nourishes by not forcing, by not dominating. The master leads. Tao Te Ching. 1. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named, not the eternal name. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. Free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in desire, you see only the manifestations. Yet mystery and manifestations arise from the same source. This source is called darkness. Darkness within darkness. The gateway to all understanding. Two. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess, acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. That is why it lasts forever. Three. If you overesteem great men, people become powerless. If you overvalue possessions, people begin to steal. The master leads by emptying people's minds and filling their cores, by weakening their ambition and toughening their resolve. He helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and creates confusion in those who think that they know. Practice not doing, and everything will fall into place. Four. The Tao is like a well, used but never used up. It is like the eternal void, filled with infinite possibilities. It is hidden, but always present. I don't know who gave birth to it. It is older than God. Five. The Tao doesn't take sides. It gives birth to both good and evil. The Master doesn't take sides. She welcomes both saints and sinners. The Tao is like a bellows. It is empty, yet infinitely capable. The more you use it, the more it produces. The more you talk of it, the less you understand. Hold on to the center. 6. The Tao is called the Great Mother. Empty, yet inexhaustible, it gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. 7. The Tao is infinite, eternal. Why is it eternal? It was never born, thus it can never die. Why is it infinite? It has no desires for itself, thus it is present for all beings. The Master stays behind. That is why she is ahead. She is detached from all things. That is why she is one with them. Because she has let go of herself, she is perfectly fulfilled. 8. The Supreme Good is like water, which nourishes all things without trying to. It is content with the low places that people disdain. Thus, it is like the Tao. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. 9. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will blunt. Chase after money and security, and your heart will never unclench. Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. 10. Can you coax your mind from its wandering and keep to the original oneness? Can you let your body become supple as a newborn child's? Can you cleanse your inner vision until you see nothing but the light? Can you love people and lead them without imposing your will? Can you deal with the most vital matters by letting events take their course? Can you step back from your own mind and thus understand all things? Giving birth and nourishing, having without possessing, acting with no expectations, leading and not trying to control. This is the supreme virtue. (11) We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. 12. Colors blind the eye. Sounds deafen the ear. Flavors numb the taste. Thoughts weaken the mind. Desires wither the heart. The master observes the world, but trusts his inner vision. He allows things to come and go. His heart is open as the sky. 13. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. What does it mean that success is as dangerous as failure? Whether you go up the ladder or down it, your position is shaky. When you stand with your 2 feet on the ground, you will always keep your balance. What does it mean that hope is as hollow as fear? Hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? See the world as yourself. Have faith in the way things are. Love the world as yourself. Then you can care for all things.
something can be good and it can be bad. It's either good or it's bad. So there's no arbitrary morality. Okay?
But Rabbi, what does a good and the bad mean?
Oh, motherfucker. So anything. So we have. That's the first understanding that we have. That there's nothing called arbitrary morality. It's either good or it's bad. And what is good and what is bad depends on whether or not it deviates from God's nature. So we believe that God is not only good, God is goodness. And He is the way, and He is one God, and He is the way, and He is goodness. And if you deviate from Him, then that is not good. So we believe God gives you the totality of good. So people, for example, killing people. Humans are made in the image of God, for example, which means people are holy. So that means every single person essentially is intrinsically valuable and holy, and then like sacred. If you inflict pain on somebody, or if you, for example, if I scar you, whether it be mentally, physically, whatever, because you are holy in all of those. So if I scar you, let's say, then I'm destroying that sacred image. Because you're created in God's image. See what I mean?
But why is it important to not hurt God's image?
Because then you are...
Man has only been in power for only about 250 years, right? And look where this fucking country's going. Look where it's going to shit.
Yeah, but blacks have never been in power globally.
Yes, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, I mean the Dark Ages, Middle Ages.
No. Black.
King Arthur and so on.
No, there's 0% black people. No.
Right, yeah, but he's got a point there.
On a global level, black people have never been considered to be a global power, like ever.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's about. Pepe, do you understand the concept of iconoclasm and going in and destroying busts? That's the reason why you go into a lot of different areas in Venice, Rome, Italy, so on and so forth. Spain, Portugal, France. You see a lot of these statues. You see that half the fucking noses and lips are blown off. They're blown off for a reason, because if you saw those features for what it was, those were niggers that were ruling there, right? That's the reason why they go around over there in France making mockery of black face, because back then, because 800 years ago, they're asking for fucking slavery. They were, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, black people were ruling those areas. So the point is, like, when you go into books like the icon books, right? Because a lot of the Eastern European white people, they understand this fucking concept. They understand this. This is the reason why they have conversations. They will tell you, yes, black people used to fucking rule Europe during the Dark Ages. And a lot of them got destroyed during the bubonic plague. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, Rich. And so the point is, so when I go into a book like Icon Images, it talks about like what?
At 1602. Fucking fact. Alright, cool. Yeah, he said, Sahih Muslim, book 22, Book of Slaves, Hadith 1602. Jabir, may Allah be pleased with him and may peace be upon him. Reported a slave came and pledged allegiance to the Messenger of Allah, may peace be upon him, for migration. Hijar, the Prophet did not know that he was a slave. Then he said to his master, go and demand him, he demanded him back. The Prophet said, sell him to me. So he bought him for 2 black slaves, and then did not afterwards take the allegiance of anyone until he asked him whether he was a slave or free man. The specific word that's used is Habashia. Habashia, I guess is how it's pronounced, which generally referred to people of East African descent who were black in this context.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they were dirty. First of all, if you're black that converts to Islam, say you guys don't know that. Hold on.
Why can't you let him elaborate on that? Like,
sure. I'm a white that converted to Islam, and I was all for the Arabs.
Okay.
I was all for the Arabs, and then we would get these blacks that were being ghetto, just like the United States. And they'd be like, no, that fucking Habib, that dirty or
wait, you mean the left shoulders?
And they would basically say like, no, put that.
I would like to read the Arabic.
They would basically hold on. They would basically say like, wow, hold on. They would basically say, put that dirty nigger in check. Like, why are you talking to him? And so, I'm of the firm belief that, like, when it comes to, this racial equality that you see in Islam, which doesn't really exist, I actually think I'm going to convert to Islam because, like, I get to be way more racist, and I get to say that my racism, you're being Islamophobic when I say this. So, when I want to tell a dirty Jameer, like, you dirty niggers, and say, like, wow, get to the whipping post, boy.
You're all...
That's real, wow, don't interrupt me.
Pepe, aren't you already a Muslim?
So, like, I get to tell you people that you're wrong and you're bad, and I get to punish you and whip your black buttocks, for being dirty, Negroes. And so, I think Islam is probably the answer for the West. I mean, if I'm just being honest, I've been coping so hard. I've been coping so hard. No, I've been coping so hard, and like, the reality is I think that like the ultimate goal should be like a Muslim, Aryan alliance where, like, not only do we become Muslim, but become like Aryan. So wow.
Let's say the other actors were not. So now here you will not. Hold on. Here you will.
Brother, are you an actor? And if you are, what kind of an actor are you?
But that's what I'm telling you. Is that it's a
John, you motherfucker.
No, so here
Hey, Jenny, don't you tell me motherfucker, Jenny. Don't tell me motherfucker. Why did you say that to me?
So if we're saying,
wait, hold on. Let's say that
I'm saying it's only
you fuck a child, the child likes it, you like it, and the parents. Now the parents have gone through a trauma, right?
Hold on, bro. I'm saying it's just you.
John, did
that
you
child.
like to get fucked as a child?
It's just you and that child, and you fuck that child, and that child
I want everybody to know,
he
if you
wanted
see this
it,
live
he's
stream,
8
this
years
is
old.
technically like the worst,
His name is
disgusting conversations you can find on the internet. These people are...
And there's no parents or any of that. The parents didn't know about it. No one knew about it.
Right.
Wait, but what if John's dad fucked him?
But that's irrelevant. It's only you and the boy.
Yes.
Jenny, you dirty piece of trash. Did you just figure out how to speak English? You dirty bunch of sulkiness ho gaya kutte tari.
You know what is wolf?
You do what you...
Take you as a concubine. Or in fact, you know what? If I was a really good Muslim, perhaps I would take like your 8-year-old girl and just go ahead and fuck her too, right? Because that's what you Muslims like to do.
It's crazy. They said that America basically was given to what Europeans by Muslims and the Moors or whatever. The Treaty of Tripoli, they lied to the Muslims.
No. Read. What did the ambassador? What did the ambassador to Tripoli? You fucking lying piece of shit.
Tripoli.
You fucking no. Shut your fucking Muslim fucking faggot mouth. Okay. What did they say? They literally said that the ambassador said that Allah, okay, and our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, seeks that when we find you, you fucking non-believers, idolaters. The
ancient masters were profound and subtle.
We went to Tripoli, okay, when it came to the Berberi pirates in Berberia, which is what it was called at the time, we ended up defeating them. And so, like, I'm listening to all of this niggertry that you want to fucking offer. And to, like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to conflate you being...
Okay, this is yoga and meditation, hypnosis. Welcome, Akam. This is just going to be like a meditation room again.
We need to apologize to everyone who has ever bought the Natural Healing Handbook from us, because we lied.
Tao Te Ching can be translated as being is what we use. 12. Colors blind the eye. Sounds deafen the ear.